Hey everyone, and welcome to Truest Crime, the only true crime podcast. That's a joke, of course, because there are more of them than there are murders. I'm Alfredo Ramirez, one half of the infamous Fork River Killers, and I'm the other half, Madelyn Coughlin. But, and this may be news to some of you listeners, those aren't our real names. You're exactly right there, Madelyn. By the way, did I successfully pull off the finger quotes vocal inflection? You did! That was some grade A audiobook finger quotes inflecting. Thank you very much, I've been practicing. Now, every single week, we get people asking about how we met and how we got into serial killing. So we figured maybe this week we can dive a little into our backstory without accidentally revealing our social security numbers this time. Hey, I only did that once, and that's because my social and our body count are visually similar numbers. Anyway, I figured we can start off by confirming something our listeners have long suspected. We're not just colleagues, but best friends. That's right, we met years ago on the old IMDb message boards. We originally bonded over our love of The Lake House, the 2006 time travel love story starring Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. Oh, those were such fun days. We were the most active people on the board. I even remember the exact moment I realized that if you and I ever met face to face, we would get along swimmingly. I remember we were having a really in-depth discussion about whether it was through a magical twist of fate that the Lake House's mailbox can send letters through time, or if it was the manufacturer's intent when we discovered that we both love murdering people. And here we are years later. By the way, you'll never convince me that Rubbermaid manufactured a single time-traveling mailbox and then called it quits. Excuse me, but if you remember my original stance, I argued that they likely made several and that all of human history has been carefully shaped by the same people who make your garbage bins. You're wrong. It's a wizard's mailbox from an alternate dimension. All the evidence is right there in the movie. Agree to disagree. Fine. But while we may have our differences regarding Lake House lore, there was no denying that we instantly clicked when it came to things like murder methods and how to use death to really say something about the world. Right, we're not random spree killers here. We're artists of carnage who both think that the best way to express ourselves is by using the disassembled human form as our canvas. We both really like The Lake House. I mean, it's just so good. How can you not? The scene where she realizes that he didn't show up to their date because he was killed in a traffic accident 2 years ago to the day? Oh God, before I start blubbering, do you just want to watch The Lake House again? Oh, for sure, I'll go make the popcorn. Well, I hope that sheds some light on how all this came to be. Thank you all for listening, especially our fan base at the FBI. We hope this episode has filled in some blank spots in the psychological profiles you've been building of us. Don't forget to follow the Inaudible Podcast Network on Twitter @InaudibleCast, and then send some money over to our Patreon at patreon.com/inaudiblepod. We'll see you killers next week. Okay, I'm hitting play. Okay, bye, gotta go.